You wake up one day, crawling out of bed, realizing that you were living the life you swore you'd never live. You shower, eat something before rushing into work because you hit the snooze button. Back to the job that drains your soul. Empty relationships with coworkers, with your health spiraling out of control. Why is this all happening, you ask, when it's simply because you let life happen to you instead of taking control? It's a nightmare scenario, one we all fear, but rarely take the time to confront. Now, what if I told you that your worst-case scenario could be the key to unlocking your best life? In Blue Lock, players are pushed to the edge of their limits, forced to confront not just their dreams, but the terrifying possibility of failure. It's in these moments that true growth happens, not by running toward a vague idea of success, but by running as far as possible from failure. But here's the twist: you don't have to wait for disaster to strike. There's a specific way to avoid all of this, a way to transform your life by just imagining the worst case. This is known as your anti-vision. But what does that exactly mean, and how can defining it help you create the life you truly want? Let's find out. When we think about building a better life, the advice we're often given is to dream big, envision the future we want, and relentlessly pursue our goals. But what if the key to success lies not just in dreaming, but in confronting the darker side of our imagination? The nightmare of what happens if we fail to act. This is the essence of an anti-vision, a detailed picture of the worst-case scenario, the future you dread most. It's not about dwelling on negativity or becoming paralyzed by fear. Instead, it's about using that fear as a compass. While a vision gives you something to run toward, an anti-vision shows you exactly what to run from. Consider a student who dreams of becoming an artist but fears falling into a stagnant, uninspired routine. Without action, they risk waking up in 10 years stuck in a career they hate, their art forgotten. By defining this anti-vision, mediocrity, wasted potential, and regrets, they gain clarity about what's truly at stake. In Blue Lock, Ego Jinpachi forces players to confront their fears of irrelevance and mediocrity. By painting the bleak picture of failure, he motivates them to do whatever it takes to avoid that outcome. Similarly, in real life, your anti-vision can become a powerful motivator, helping you make tough decisions and stay focused on what truly matters. The question is, are you ready to face your nightmare head-on and use it to transform your life? Let's break it down step by step. Defining an anti-vision is like shining a spotlight on the cracks in your foundation. It's uncomfortable, even unsettling, but it's a necessary step to truly build the life you want. Here's how you can craft your anti-vision and wield it as a powerful tool for change. Start by imagining your life 1, 5, or even 10 years down the line if you continue on your current trajectory. Or worse, if you make the wrong choices. Picture the job that drains you, the relationships that feel hollow, the health problems that arise from neglect. Write it all down in vivid detail. And I mean right now. Get out a piece of paper, pause this video and spend 5 to 10 minutes thinking about this. You can come back when you're done. The goal is to make this future as real as possible so you understand the stakes. In Blue Lock, players are forced to confront the reality of being cut from the team. No fame, no glory, no legacy. This fear isn't meant to demoralize them, it's there to push them to fight harder. Your anti-vision works the same way, lighting a fire under you to avoid becoming the person you don't want to be. Once your anti-vision is clear, map out the actions, or inactions, that would lead you there. Maybe it's ignoring your passion for a stable but unfulfilling career. Perhaps it's neglecting self-care or avoiding difficult conversations. By identifying these pitfalls, you can start to make conscious choices that steer you in the opposite direction. The power of an anti-vision lies in its ability to influence your daily decisions. Every time you face a choice, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my nightmare or taking me further away from it? This mindset transforms fear into clarity and hesitation into action. By confronting your nightmare scenario, you unlock the resolve to create a life you're proud of. But just how far are you willing to go to make sure your anti-vision never becomes your reality? The moment you embrace your anti-vision is the moment you take control of your narrative, your story, your raison d'etre. Confronting your fears and defining the future, you refuse to accept shifts you from passively avoiding failure to actively creating success. This is where theory meets practice and transformation begins. When you clearly see the path you want to avoid, resilience becomes second nature. Think about how athletes visualize both their victories and defeats. A runner imagines crossing the finish line, but they also picture the agony of falling short. That dread fuels their determination during grueling training sessions. Your anti-vision is no different. It sharpens your focus and fortifies your resolve. In Blue Lock, Ego Jinpachi preaches the philosophy of survival. The players know that irrelevance and mediocrity await those who hesitate or falter. This pressure may seem harsh, but it unlocks their raw potential. For Baru, his anti-vision of failure is a haunting reminder of what's at stake. In Season 1, Episode 18 of Blue Lock, we can see Baru struggling to make any impact on the game. He's become more of a burden than an asset to his teammates, because he's become so predictable that he's forgotten. He's frustrated, desperate, and runs the risk of falling off and fading into obscurity. But suddenly, whether he realizes it or not, Baru comes up with an anti-vision, and it's of him alone getting drunk, in a room only lit by his TV. And on his screen, it's none other than Isagi, a representation of what Baru could have been had he changed, had he not failed. While Baru is forgotten, Isagi shines, and that instantly wakes him up to the reality he's now in, compelling him to dominate and act, and score the game-winning goal. Your anti-vision isn't just about avoiding disaster, it's a springboard for growth. Let's say your nightmare is being trapped in a dead-end job with no sense of purpose. By acknowledging this fear, you can take deliberate actions to upskill, network, or pivot careers. Similarly, if you fear strained relationships, your anti-vision can push you to prioritize communication and presence with loved ones. The most profound aspect of an anti-vision is the personal accountability it demands. It forces you to confront hard truths. Are you avoiding your potential because of comfort? Are you letting distractions chip away at your dreams? This self-reflection isn't easy, but it's the foundation for lasting change. This journey isn't just about defining what you don't want. It's about realizing the strength and clarity you gain when you stare down your fears and decide to fight for the life you deserve. Now, as you stand at this pivotal moment, ask yourself, what will you do today to ensure your anti-vision remains just a nightmare and nothing more? Your anti-vision is more than a warning sign. It's a compass guiding you away from mediocrity and toward your best self. By defining the life you refuse to live, you unlock the power to shape a future filled with purpose and intention. The key lies in action. Every small step you take today, whether it's learning a new skill, mending a strained relationship, or simply showing up for yourself, is a step further from your nightmare and closer to your dreams. Your anti-vision isn't there to paralyze you with fear. It's there to motivate you with clarity. In the same way a soccer player envisions the goal and avoids the pitfalls of hesitation, you too must keep your eyes on your targets. Life will throw challenges your way, but with an anti-vision guiding you, you'll always know which direction to run. So, here's your final question. What's the one move you can make right now to start turning your anti-vision into the fuel for your greatest triumphs?